Williams, and this is Brooklyn Savvy.
Hi, I'm Tony Williams, and welcome to Brooklyn Savvy. Today we're talking to playwright and actress Juliette Fairley, who is starring in a one-woman show at the Richmond Shepherd Theater, The Mulatto Saga. Interesting, right? How you like that title? And Juliette kind of you describe basically the complexities, challenges, and struggles of being biracial in America. So before we delve into this, what I think is a real provocative subject, I'd like to introduce our Savvy panel. We have Ellen Salpeter, of course, Juliette Fairley, Karen Oster, and Lisa Bing. So, talk to us about this play.
Well, it's based on my parents' story. My mother is a white French woman. My father is an African American from North Carolina. And they met and married during a time when it wasn't very common. Nowadays, it's very common. And then I came along, and then the second half of the play is about my dating life as a result of being a biracial. And it's directed by Charles Burnett, who is a famous Hollywood film director. He directed Halle Berry in The Wedding. He worked with Oprah Winfrey, directed Danny Glover.
Is he African American?
He's African American.
Okay, because I find it interesting that he's, so interested in this particular subject matter. So
yes, yeah, he did The Wedding. I don't know.
Because I remember that. Yes, I saw
Wedding.
The Wedding. Yeah, same kind of theme going on,
Yes.
so to speak, where Halle was marrying a white man, I believe.
Yes,
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So, yeah, so it's about my parents' story, and the second half is about my story, standing on my own 2 feet, having, had my experiences with my parents, being in the world, and trying to date, and, dating white men, black men, and then having, reactions about being a biracial.
That's interesting, because when this whole issue of biracial is really interesting, especially when you look at it from a African American context. For many, many years, biracial children were embraced by African Americans because typically, back in those days, white people would put those kids up for adoption, the products of interracial relationships, or they might abort. But in black culture, we did not do that. So I just wondered if you could kind of comment on what's changed. What do you think has changed in this whole conversation that we're having around biracial?
Well, I think that white Americans are, because of Obama, President Obama, that they're much more accepting of African Americans. I mean, Obama, whether you like him or not, completely changed the racial landscape in the country.
You think?
In the sense that biracials are much more accepted than they were before Obama. So there's before Obama, there's after Obama.
But you see, I see Obama as a black man, but go ahead.
Well, that's interesting.
Even though,
you said
but
that.
with a white mom.
Well, hold on.